Mirra Aleksandrovna Andreeva, born the 29th of April 2007, is a Russian professional tennis player. She has been ranked by the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, as high as world number 5 in singles, which she achieved on the 14th of July 2025, and number 12 in doubles, attained on the 15th of September 2025. Andreeva has won 4 WTA Tour singles titles, including 2 WTA 1000 events, and achieved her best major result at the 2024 French Open by reaching the semifinals at the age of 17. She also was a silver medalist in women's doubles at the 2024 Paris Olympics, partnering Diana Schneider. Career Andreeva began playing tennis at the age of 6. She is a former world number 1 junior, a position she reached on the 29th of May 2023. She was a finalist at the Australian Open Girls Final in 2023, losing to Elena Korneeva in 3 sets. Their final match took 3 hours and 18 minutes, 22 minutes longer than the men's final. In April 2023, Andreeva became the only player in the history of the ITF World Tennis Tour to win multiple titles at the W60 level or above before the age of 16. 2022. WTA Tour debut. Andreeva made her WTA Tour main draw debut at the Jasmine Open after receiving a wild card for the singles event. However, she lost in the first round against 6th seed Anastasia Potapova in a 2 hours and 35 minutes 3-setter. 2023 Wimbledon 4th round, top 50. At 15 years of age, ranked number 194, Andreeva received a wild card into the main draw of the WTA 1000 Madrid Open and won her first WTA Tour match against Leylah Fernandez. With this victory, she became the 3rd youngest player to win a main draw match at a WTA 1000 tournament, behind only Coco Gauff and Cici Bellis. Moreover, Andreeva was the second 15-year-old to defeat a TOP 50 opponent at a WTA 1000 tournament, with Bellis being the first in 2015. Next, she defeated 13th seed Beatrice Haddad Maia for her first top 20 win to reach the 3rd round, becoming the 7th player to defeat a TOP 20 opponent before the age of 16 in the 21st century. On her 16th birthday, she recorded her 16th professional win against another TOP 20 player, 17th seed Magda Linette, to reach the round of 16. Though she lost to eventual champion Aryna Sabalenka, Andreeva moved up by more than 50 positions into the top 150 of the rankings at world number 146. Andreeva made her Grand Slam tournament debut at the French Open, qualifying for the main draw, and then defeating Alison Riske-Amritraj in the first round to record her first major win. Next, she defeated wildcard player Diane Parry to reach the 3rd round for the first time at a major. As a result, she became the youngest player to reach this milestone since 15-year-old Cecil Karatancheva in 2005, and the 7th player in the past 30 years to reach this stage at Roland Garros before turning 17. Despite winning the first set, Andreeva lost to 6th seed and eventual quarterfinalist Coco Gauff in the 3rd round. She moved more than 40 positions up in the WTA rankings, 1 spot shy of the top 100, on 12 June 2023. Andreeva at the 2023 U.S. Open. Andreeva made her main draw debut at Wimbledon after qualifying. She had reached the 3rd round, defeating Wang Shiyu and 10th seed Barbora Krejcikova by retirement for the biggest win of her career. Next, she defeated 22nd seed and fellow Russian Anastasia Potapova to play in the 4th round, becoming the youngest player since Coco Gauff in 2019 to reach this milestone at the All England Club. As a result, she rose in the rankings into the top 70. At the U.S. Open, Andreeva won her first-round match before falling to the eventual champion, Coco Gauff. She reached a new career high of no 57 on 11 September 2023. At the China Open, she advanced to the 3rd round as a qualifier, losing to Elena Rybakina, and rose in the rankings into the top 50. 2024, first career title, Olympic double silver, top 20. At the Brisbane International, Andreeva won her first 3 matches to reach her first WTA Tour quarterfinal, taking out the 4th seed and top 20 player Ludmila Samsova and wildcard player Arina Rodionova along the way.
At the 2024 Australian Open, she defeated Bernarda Pera and next seed Ons Jabeur, her first top 10 win, to reach the third round on her debut at this major. At age 16 and 263 days, Andreeva became the youngest player in the Open era to hand a top 10 seed a first-set bagel at a major tournament, and the second youngest player in the Open era to lose fewer than 3 games against a top 10 seed at a major. In the third round of the Australian Open, Andreeva defeated Diane Parry after trailing in the final set and saving a match point on her own serve. She was the 4th player in the last 30 years to reach the 4th round in singles before turning 17 at both Wimbledon and the Australian Open, after Martina Hingis, Tatiana Golovin, and Coco Gauff. She subsequently lost to 9th seed Barbora Krejcikova in the 4th round in another 3-set match.
At the French Open, Andrea reached her first major semi-final with wins over Emina Bektas, 19th seed Victoria Azarenka, Peyton Starnes, Varvara Gracheva, and 2nd seed Aryna Sabalenka before being defeated by Jasmine Paolini. This made her the youngest player to reach the 4th round of a major on all 3 surfaces since Anna Kournikova in 1998 and youngest player to reach the semifinals of the French Open since Martina Hingis in 1997. As a result, she reached the top 25 on the 10th of June 2024 at world number 23. In doubles at the same tournament, she reached the quarterfinals, partnering Vera Zvonareva. Andreeva, with Diana Schneider at the 2024 Olympic doubles final, seeded 24th, Andreeva went out of the Wimbledon Championships in the first round, losing to Brenda Fruhvirtova in 3 sets. Despite the disappointing result, she followed the loss with her maiden career title, defeating Elena Avanesian at the Yasi Open after Avanesian retired during the 3rd set from injury. At the Paris Olympics, Andreeva partnered with Diana Schneider to win silver in the women's doubles, losing in the final to Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini. After reaching the quarterfinals of the WTA 1000 China Open, Andreeva was ranked in top 20 on the 7th of October 2024, making her the youngest player to reach the milestone since the 17-year-old Nicole Vaidisova in October 2006. Later that month, she made the final at the Ningbo Open, but lost in 3 sets to Daria Kasatkina. 2025. Youngest WTA 1000 champion, Wimbledon quarterfinal, top 5 partnering Diana Schneider. Andreeva won her first WTA Tour doubles title at the Brisbane International, defeating Priscilla Hahn and Anna Kalinskaya in the final. At the same tournament, she reached the singles semifinals, losing to world number 1 and eventual champion Aryna Sabalenka after overcoming Anna Blinkova, Linda Moskova, and Ons Jabeur en route to the last 4. As a result, she reached a career-high ranking of world number 15 on the 6th of January. Seeded 14th at the Australian Open, Andreeva recorded wins over Marie Buskova, Moyuka Uchijima, and 23rd seed Magdalena Frech to reach the 4th round for the 2nd successive year. In a repeat of their match at Brisbane 2 weeks earlier, she lost to top seed and defending champion Aryna Sabalenka. At the Dubai Championships, Andreeva reached her first WTA 1000 semifinal after being seeded 12th, defeating 2 former major winners, Marketa Vondrousova and world number 2 Iga Swiatek. She became the youngest player ever to record wins over multiple major champions at the 1000 level, and the youngest player to reach the last 4 stage in the tournament's history. After defeating 6th seed and major winner Elena Rybakina, she reached her first WTA 1000 final, the youngest player to accomplish the feat since the introduction of the format in 2009. She defeated Clara Tauson in the final, reaching the top 10 on the 24th of February 2025, the youngest to do so since Nicole Vaidisova in 2007. At Indian Wells, she reached back-to-back semifinals, becoming the youngest player to reach multiple and consecutive WTA 1000 semifinals. In the final, she beat Aryna Sabalenka in 3 sets to become the 2025 Indian Wells women's singles champion. Alongside Diana Schneider, Andreeva won her first WTA 1000 doubles title at the Miami Open, defeating Kristina Buxa and Miyu Kato in the final. Seeded 7th at Wimbledon, she defeated Mayar Sharif, Lucia Bronzetti, Haley Baptiste, and 10th seed Emma Navarro to reach the quarterfinals, where she lost to Belinda Bencic. Despite that, she entered the top 5 for the first time, being the youngest player to do so since Maria Sharapova. Personal life, Mirra is the younger sister of fellow professional tennis player Mirra Andreeva. They were both born in Krasnoyarsk, but eventually moved to Moscow for training. Since 2022, she and Mirra have trained at the Elite Tennis Center in Cannes, France, the former training base of Daniil Medvedev.